What's up, family? About 3 years ago, this one decision almost bankrupted me, and I see 90% of y'all about to make the exact same mistake. If you're thinking about getting into the box truck business in 2025, you need to hear this story, because what I'm about to tell you could save you $50,000 or cost you everything. So check it out. When I first got into the game, I was just like most of y'all. I was watching YouTube videos. I was excited. I was ready to get my hands on a truck and start making some money. You feel me? I saved up my money. I got my financing together. I found what I thought was a good deal on the truck. I'm thinking, man, once I get this truck, I'm about to be printing money. Boy, was I wrong. See, everybody talks about the truck payment, everybody talks about insurance, but there's something else. Something that can literally put you out of business before you even get started. And most people don't find out about it until it's too late. So I'm about 2 months into running my truck. Everything's going smooth. I'm booking loads, making money, feeling good about my decision. Then one day my driver calls me. Yo, Bigg Vic, the truck just started making this weird noise and there's this triangle light on the dashboard. I'm like, what triangle light? Yo, when you see that triangle with the stop engine light, that's what we call the triangle of death in this business. That means your truck is about to cost you some serious money. So I tell my driver, get to the nearest truck stop, shut it down. Now I'm scrambling, trying to figure out what's wrong with my truck. I get the truck towed to the Cumins dealership. They run their diagnostics and the mechanic comes back with this look on his face. I already know it's about to be expensive. He tells me, you got a restricted EGR cooler and plug ports. This needs to be removed and replaced. I'm like, okay, how much we talking? This man looked me dead in the eyes and says, $5,600. $5,600, y'all. I almost had a heart attack right there in that dealership. My truck payment was already $1,000. Insurance was $1,200. And now I got a $5,600 repair bill on a truck I just bought a couple months ago. But here's the real kicker. This wasn't just bad luck. This was a mistake I made when I bought the truck. A mistake that cost me thousands of dollars. And I see new drivers making this same mistake every single day. When you're new to this business, you think you just need to find a truck that runs and looks good. You check the miles, you check the exterior, maybe you take it for a test drive, but there's something way more important that most people completely ignore. The maintenance history. See, these trucks are workhorses. They're designed to run hundreds of thousands of miles, but only if they're maintained properly. And most people selling trucks, they ain't gonna volunteer that information. The previous owners of my truck had been skipping maintenance, probably trying to save money, not knowing they were setting up the next owner, which was me, for a massive repair bill. And here's what's crazy. I could have avoided this entire situation if I had just known what to look for, if I had asked the right questions, if I had done my homework before I signed that paperwork. So let me break down exactly what you need to do to avoid this same $50,000 mistake. Because yes, it can cost you that much when you factor in lost revenue, repair costs, and the stress it puts on your business. First thing, I don't care how good the deal looks. You demand to see maintenance records, not just oil changes, but everything. EGR cleanings, DPF services, transmission services, all of it. Second, get you a pre-purchase inspection from a qualified mechanic, not your cousin who works on cars, not some random shop. Take it to a Cumins dealership, or a shop that specializes in commercial vehicles. Third, and this is crucial, budget for immediate maintenance. Even if the truck passes inspection, set aside at least $5,000 for maintenance in your first 6 months, because something is going to need attention. Fourth, learn your warning signs. That triangle light I showed you earlier, that's your truck telling you to stop immediately. Don't ignore it. Don't try to push through. Stop and get it checked. Now, I know what some of y'all are thinking. Bigg Vic, if this business is so risky, why should I even get started? And here's the thing. I'm not trying to scare you away from this business. This business has changed my life. I'm 4.5 years in. I got a couple trucks. I'm building a fleet. But the difference is, now I know what I'm doing. I know what to look for. I know how to maintain my equipment. And I know how to avoid these costly mistakes. See, in this business, knowledge isn't just power. Knowledge is profit protection. Every mistake you avoid is money in your pocket. Every problem you prevent is revenue you get to keep. So if you're serious about starting your box truck business in 2025 and you want to avoid making these expensive mistakes, I got you covered. I got a link down below where I'm doing a 3-day challenge teaching you exactly what to do to start your box truck business, what type of trucks you should be looking at, everything from A to Z. In this challenge, we'll go through your situation, we'll figure out the best way for you to get started, and make sure you don't fall into these traps that catch most new drivers. Because I want to see you win and not struggle. It's homie Bigg Vic TV. Always hustle, never stop growing. Let's go, let's get it, let's eat.